Testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing. No, I'm just playing. Welcome back to another Hoagie Boy MMA Sesh predictions. Yeah. We got a fucking absolute. We got an absolute killer card, guys. Vallejos versus Emmett for the fucking 5 round. Yeah. But nah, for real. Yeah, no, this card is fucking. This card is ass, man. Yeah, sorry for the late Friday night predictions. I kind of forgot about this card, and yeah, there's like nothing good about this card, I guess, other than the main event. But even then, spoilers, but I think Kevin Vallejos kills Emmett. But yeah, no, this fight night's pretty fucking garbage, man. I'm probably not gonna watch it, but I'm gonna give my predictions on it. So yeah. All right. Enough Sesh. Pierre Rodriguez versus Sam Hughes. All right, now this is gonna be a rematch. All right, it's gonna be way better than Holloway versus Olives 2. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck cares about that fight? It's all about Pierre Rodriguez, Sam Hughes 2. But yeah, they're fighting for a second time. Pierre Rodriguez coming off a 2-win streak and Hughes 3-win streak. To be honest, Sam Hughes has been she's actually been improving a lot. She used to be a fucking 7-5, dude. And before that, 7-4. Yeah. No, she's complete. No, 7-5. Yeah, she used to be 7-5. I thought she was complete garbage, but I think in many of her fights she's been the underdog, which is kind of crazy. She recently beat Shauna Bannon, the one that eliminated Pooja Tumor. I think that's what her name was. And then before that, split. Against pretty good competition. Like if we look at her competition, man, they're not terrible, dude. She was the underdog in a lot of them. But they ain't bad, dude. She got cut, but her last L was Yasmin Yarigri, who's pretty good but has no chin. But she lost that because Hughes has no power. But anyways, we look at Pierre Rodriguez coming off a win split for Souza, and then Josephine Knudsen. Before that, lost against Ariana Colanosi, Jillian Robertson. That's not a bad loss. This one's kind of hard, I'm gonna be honest. This is a woman's fight. So it's kind of a 50-50 coin toss. Both 33 years old. I think Sam Hughes is bigger, so she's going to be a lot more dominating presence, if you know what I mean. She's got a big-ass forehead. And, yeah, I'm going to just go Sam Hughes. She's the underdog. Both of these women don't seem to be that, amazing. So, yeah, fuck it. Sam Hughes by decision. All right, now we actually get kind of a good one. We got Hector Souza versus Luan Lacerda. I'm pretty sure Hector Souza trains with Ilia Tapturo. He's 30 years old, I think only lost once. That was a long time ago. And coming off his Dana White's Contender Series win against Max and Lee decision, he looked pretty fucking good. He's really fucking good. He's like Ilia Tapturo. He kind of fights like him. Or at least from what I can remember. He's got good striking, good wrestling, grappling, all that good shit. Luan Lacerda, on the other hand, coming off a win against Simon Oliveira. Lost against Damon Blackshear by ground and pound. Cody Stamann. Okay. He was kind of a up-and-coming prospect, but he got blocked by those two dudes, and I don't think Luan Lacerda wins this. He's a plus 200 underdog for good reason. I think Hector Souza is fucking great. I ain't gonna like it, kind of smell an upset For I don't know, kind of just see Hector Sosa having a weak chin, but that's more of a like a little I don't know, like not a gut feeling, but I don't know, worst case scenario type thing. But yeah, no, Hector Sosa should get this win, and I think he could actually finish him. He has a good amount of fucking variety in the way he wins. 6 KOs, 3 submissions, 5 decisions. I think he could finish Luan Lacerda. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna go by. Luan Lacerda by I don't know if KO or I just put finish. I'm pretty sure that might be plus money. I'm not too sure. I haven't looked at the odds. But yeah, let's go. Hector Sosa finish. All right, next we got Bia Mesquita, the Lady Goat. What kind of fucking nickname is that? Oh yeah, 'cause she's the goat. She's the best, I guess, woman grappler. Versus Montse Rendon. All right, so these ladies have pretty good looking records. Bia with the undefeated streak, 6 wins, and Monte Rendon coming off a 1 win streak, and then before that she lost against Daria. Who the fuck is that? Daria Chinchimbansky. Oh yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Montse Rendon is pretty horrible at stand up. She kind of fights, like every other woman in the UFC. Kind of like a Ronda Rousey type shit going on. She's fucking old too, 36 years old. Yeah, I don't think she's good. I'm gonna be honest. And then we got Bia Mesquita, who's a grappling goat, woman goat. She's gotten a lot of fucking submissions in her fight, and I honestly think she could get it again. The only reason, I don't know, this is really lopsided odds, dude. Minus 750, huge ass favorite. So, plus 520. Put maybe I don't know a 20er or something on Montse Rendon, because again, this is women's MMA. We could maybe learn that Bia Mesquita just has really terrible striking, defense, or some shit. And I don't know. This is honestly a terrible fight. But if I had to say, I'd probably say Bia Mesquita by submission. Rendon just isn't really good at, not too good at anything. Doesn't excel in anything. But I wouldn't mind. Maybe she could pull the upset. Plus the odds are fucking crazy. So yeah, no. I'm gonna just go Bia Mesquita by submission in the second round. All right, on to the next. Ooh, now we talking Brad Tavares versus your boy Eric Anders. Yeah, both coming off a loss. Brad against Robert Braychek. I think I remember that. And Eric Anders getting TKO'd by CLD. I don't want to say too bad, but yeah, this is battle of the mid. Both near even. So, if we look more on Brad Tavares, Jared Mearsart got that decision, but for that Young Jung Park lost against Gregory Rodriguez. All right, not too bad. For Eric, got that KO TKO against Weidman, and then got the win over Jamie Pickett, who's trash. Before that, lost against Mark Andrew Barriou. Okay, he did beat Cal Dawkins. That's actually not, looking like too bad of a win now. But this is actually fucking another coin flip. But for some reason, oh yeah, they're both 38 years old. But I don't know, dude. I just see a decision, but for some reason, I feel like there might be a finish, right? And I'm pretty sure the odds for Tavares is like 4K or something, is like plus 400, I think. I don't know. I heard that from somewhere, but I don't know. This one's kind of hard because they're old as fuck. They don't really have any they're not really that great anywhere. They're kind of like jack of all trades, but even then not that good. If I had to say, I think Eric Anders might be an underdog in some places, but I don't know. Fuck it, I go Eric Anders. He lost to someone good, and then Brad Tavares, whatever, lost against Robert Burchek, who's not too bad himself, but I don't know. He lost against Aaron. Uh, I don't know. This one's kind of hard. I'd have to say I'ma go Eric Anders. All right, next fight we got what we got here? Balaji Oki versus Mano Souza. Balaki Oki coming off that loss against Mason Jones. It looked like he was gonna finish him. Not too sure. He was looking pretty good in that Mason Jones fight, to be honest, up until he wasn't. And before that, he got that win against Michael Aswell Jr. Before that, lost to Chris Duncan. He has power. He does have power. He's pretty good at striking. Mano Souza, on the other hand, is coming off the Dana White's Contender Series finish round 3. Hasn't lost. He has lost like 2 years ago, I think. But he showed pretty good technique and whatever. I don't even remember his fight, to be honest. But I don't know. This is also kind of weird one because Oki does have the power in his hands, dude. I could see him finishing Mano Souza. And Mano Souza, his last fight, I think it was looking pretty close. Don't quote me on that. But Oki's a pretty good underdog, right? He has power, and I don't know, for some reason, I could see him finishing. Mano Souza. I just don't have too much information, I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of doing this last minute. One of my biggest fans, the Rat King, he wanted me to make this. So, I'd have to go Oki by round 1 KO. All right, next fight. We got we got Elijah Smith versus Sung Young Yu. All right, so both of them are doing pretty good. Smith coming off that fucking slam KO, I think. Yeah. Against Toshiomi Kazama, but Toshiomi Kazama's kind of ass, dude. And Sung Young Yo on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fight winning streak against alright competition. Long Zhao, AJ Cunningham. I don't even know who this is. This one's kind of honest. I feel like this one's more closer than what the odds say. They're both really good though. I just don't know how good Elijah Smith is. Sung Ying Yu is 30 years old. Elijah Smith 23. So Elijah Smith got more room to improve. And I don't know. I think I'd have to go with Smith. Sung Yu could maybe get like a crafty decision win. Most of his fights do come by decision. And on the other hand, no, Smith does get decision. But I feel like Elijah Smith's got more, he's been more impressive looking. He's also huge, fucking 6-inch reach advantage for him. So I kind of have to go with Elijah Smith. Elijah Smith is pretty good. You could maybe go Sung Yu decision, but nah, I think Elijah Smith gets maybe a finish, if not a decision. But yeah, I'll go Elijah Smith. Finish in the second round. All right, on to the next fight. Now we're talking Vitor Petrino versus Steven Asplund. The old fat dude, old fat ex fat kid versus old fat kid versus a fucking rip dude. Vito Bertuno's on all the fucking steroids. I'm gonna be honest. Coming out 2 wins. Used to be in the light heavyweight. Got fucking slimed out by Anthony Smith and Dustin Kobe. Anthony Smith is fucking shit. Dustin Jacoby's actually really fucking good, so there's no looking down on that one. But coming out those wins against Austin Lane, dude, that motherfucker has a huge ass head, bro, and no chin. So that's a recipe for disaster. And then Thomas Peterson also. Yeah, I got finished by him in round 3. But dude, Vitrino Gas is out. I don't see Steven Aspinall gassing out, and he's got fucking power in his hands, right? The only thing that kind of scares me is the fucking, takedown defense of Aspinall. Not too sure. He got finished by Denzel Freeman, who got, I think recently finished by Hockett. We later see Denzel Freeman's fucking, kind of shit. So this one's kind of hard, right? I think, yeah, Vitrino is a fucking, good size favorite, 235 favorite. So, dude, you have to. I feel like you just have to go Steven Aspinall by KO, dude. Petrino gasses out a lot, and the wrestling. Even if he does get the finish or the wrestling going, I don't think. I don't know. Just don't see him kind of finishing Aspinall. And we have seen Petrino get submitted by Smith. I'm not saying he's gonna lose by submission, but to get submitted by Smith is fucking crazy. And Dustin Kobe was able to lay him out. I just had to go Steven Aspinall, dude. By KO TKO. I can really feel this tingle in my balls that he's gonna get the KO finish. So yeah, let's go Aspinall KO. All right, now we got Umar Sy versus Ian Kutibala. Ian is a kind of he's kind of like a wild card, right? Because in some fights he looks good as fuck, but then others he just looks like shit. He lost to Modestas Bukowskis by split. And Omar Sy, on the other hand, one W against Brendan Rivera, and before that lost against Alonzo Menefield, which is kind of crazy now because Alonzo's kind of shit. I don't know how he lost against him, but I guess he just kind of scared to pull the trigger. But to be honest, I could kind of see Umar Sy get a finish against Ian Kutubala. Ian's just too fucking hit or miss to predict his fights. Yeah, I feel like this fight does go, end before the 3 rounds. But if I had to say, I'd probably say Omar Sy by. Wait, let me see. In a second. Just by finish. I think Omar Sy could get the finish. All right, now we got. What is this? Ooh, Harry Hardwick, the Houdini versus Marwan Rahiki Freaky. I think he's actually Moroccan. I've seen a lot of his Moroccan fans flooding all his Instagram posts and shit. He is pretty fucking good, undefeated. A lot of his fights basically by finish. He's never gone to the decision. It's kind of crazy. I think. Oh yeah, I think I remember this one. It's the fight that. I think this is the one where he almost got knocked out, the skinny motherfucker. Yeah. And we got Harry Hardwick. His last fucking fight, he got absolutely fucking styled on by Kawi Fernandez by the leg kicks. Yeah, no, I don't know, dude. Harry Hardwick hasn't shown anything good, I'm gonna be honest. In Cage Warriors, he looks pretty good, but in the UFC, he just doesn't really show anything good or too amazing on the feet or in the grappling. And Marwan Rahiki is really fucking. He's pretty slick, right? But he does leave his fucking chin in the air. This one's kind of hard because it's not like he's a Kawhi Fernandez. And you know, Marwan Rahiki has never gone to never gone to the distance. So this, I don't think this fight goes to decision. But what I don't know is who kind of finishes who, right? If I had to say, logically, I'd want to go Marwan Rahiki by KO, right? But I don't know. He just looked fucking. I don't know. He had so many holes his last fight, right? That maybe a Hardwick could kind of get, maybe a submission or something. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. Hardwick kind of just looks like a fucking. I don't know. He just plods forward and doesn't really do that much. But he does have that warrior spirit, so I don't know. I'd have to go Marwan Rahiki. But I feel like Hardwick could do some craftiness. Fuck it. I'm gonna go Hardwick by finish. Fuck it. We're doing Hardwick by finish. KO or submission. Either one. He's the underdog. Fuck it. All right, Andre Fili, touchy Fili, but big butt booty Latinas versus Jose Delgado. Fili coming off again a win against Cristiano Rodriguez, and then before that, lost to Mazik, who's not, who we now know is a fucking killer. Lost to Dan Ige. It's kind of crazy by KO, but won against Lucas Almeida. He's been kind of 1-1 recently. But yeah, Jose Delgado, who last lost against Nathaniel Wood. Nathaniel Wood's looked pretty good, to be honest. He's on a 5-fight win streak. Not a bad loss. I think Jose Delgado is pretty fucking good. A lot of his wins are by fucking finish. No, that's all his wins, right? He's only lost 2 times by decision. I think he fucking finishes Fili. I don't know if by KO. Yeah, probably by KO. He's gonna finish him by KO. Fili has shown to be kind of chinny, and then that one time he put his head in that what was it? He put his head in the guillotine against Malik Wazel. So I think Jose Delgado should get the win. He's a heavy favorite for a reason. I say he gets it by KO maybe in the first round, but if I had to say in the second, but definitely a KO win for Jose Delgado. He's a good-looking prospect. It's pretty good everywhere, I think, from the last time I saw it, and yeah, fuck it. Oh, co-main event of the evening. Amanda Lemos versus Jillian Robertson. Amanda Lemos coming off that loss against Tatiana Suarez. And to be honest, she didn't look too bad, right? Suarez is kind of just, Suarez only has wrestling, right? And in some moments it did look like she, was throwing the hands on, putting that pepper on Suarez. And if it was a five round fight, as scary as that is, but I feel like she would have gotten the win. But before that, got a win against Yasmin, I think that's her name. Lucindo, who's not bad. She's pretty good. She just needs more time to develop. And before that, got that win against Mackenzie Dern, who is the fucking champion. What the hell? That is fucking crazy. The only thing that I don't like is she's fucking old as hell, dude. 38 years old, almost hitting 40. But she's still good, dude. She's good. She's only really lost against good competition, I'd say. And as for Jillian Robertson, she's on a tear right now, right? Record doesn't look too good, but beat Marina Rodriguez by finish, KO. Beat Luana Pinheiro, Michelle Watterson. I don't know about that. And then Poliana Viana. 2 of those wins are pretty good, I think. Luana Pinheiro. Oh, no, never mind. Her only good win is Marina Rodriguez, but Marina Rodriguez has been on a fucking losing streak too. Only win against Michelle, Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I feel like her wins, you know, haven't been the best competition, right? They've been people who are, been going in a downhill slope. And Amanda Lemos, I think, does have, pretty good power. She has good jujitsu, and I don't see this being a finish, but I see Amanda Lemos, being crafty and fucking getting a decision win against Jillian. Jillian's she's pretty good looking if you've seen some pics, Uh, she's got some, I mean, she's got that bunda, but I feel like she's still good looking, man. She's still good looking to be fucking successful. And Amanda Lemos, she's got that manly aura, you know what I'm saying? And she's pretty fucking good everywhere. It's just that she's old, but yeah, I think Amanda Lemos gets the fucking decision win. I think she has the jujits. I think she has more power than Jillian Robertson. I think Jillian doesn't really have good striking, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I think this is where the win streak for Jillian Robertson ends. Yeah, I just don't see Jillian getting the win for whatever reason. So yeah, let's get Amanda Lemos. But she's a good underdog too, 175. All right, now for the main event of the evening, we got my boy El Chino Kevin Vallejos versus Josh Emmett. Yeah, Josh Emmett hasn't been on the best streak, right? He's been 1-4, I think, in his last 5. Only win was against Bryce Mitchell, who he slimed out. But Bryce Mitchell, he's good, but doesn't really have the best defense. But but to be fair, Josh Emmett has only lost to the best of the best. Yair Rodriguez triangle choke, Ilya Tapturo 5-round decision, Liron Mofree decision again, Yusuf Zalal armbar. He's lost to only the best, but to be honest, I think Kevin Vallejos is one of the best of the best. I don't see Josh Emmett winning this fight at all, right? Kevin Vallejos minus 575 favorite. As much as Josh Emmett does have the fucking finishing one knockout power, I don't see it working on Vallejos. Vallejos only 24 years old. Went to decision with what was his name? The dog barking dude. What was his name? What's that guy's name? John Silva. He was actually pretty competitive too back in the Dana White Contender Series. But yeah, no, Vallejos good. Pretty fucking good everywhere. He's got pretty good wrestling. He's got power. KO'd Giga Chikadze with spinning back fist. And then to top it off with some elbows, and Josh Emmett hasn't been not finished, but he hasn't been KO'd in a while, and I feel like that's how Vallejos is gonna get his win. I do think Vallejos gets a finish, right? But Josh Emmett hasn't been KO'd since fucking Jeremy Stevens, the hardest hitter, 145 pounder, right here. He has never lost by KO since then. And, I could see maybe Kevin Vallejos getting a submission, right? But he rarely does get that. The last time he did get one was fucking 4 years ago. 3 years ago, But I think he fucking knocks him out. I know, Ilya Taptura didn't get the KO, so what makes me think. But to be fair, Ilya Taptura was fighting that fight pretty smart. But Kevin Vallejos, I feel, wants to get the finish. He wants to show Daddy Dana that he's a fucking marauder. You know what I mean? He wants to show it off, right? And I think he gets a knockout. I don't know what round, but I think KO Vallejos is like minus money, so it's not that good. But I do think he gets finished, and if it's gonna be a finish, I think it's gonna be knockout. So yeah, fuck it. Kevin Vallejos by knockout. But yeah. Yeah, this fight night's fucking it's shit, dude. Can't. Yeah, it's shit, dude. These next fight nights are fucking garbage. I don't think I'll be watching them. Maybe I will. I don't know. But yeah, these fights are garbage. But ain't no way.